you have to produce perfection when you work. And when you do that, people notice and they look at you totally different. I have to be the best top 1% that I can be. And every single day I'm going to strive to close that gap that I'm missing. That's when you'll be able to charge what you're worth. And no matter what you're doing that day, no matter how miserable the job itself could be, you feel compensated. 100% across the board, you feel compensated. So if I'm pickaxing out stumps bigger than my waist, I know it's worth it, all right? Yeah. Welcome back, warriors. Another episode of Elite Landscapes Life Stories. Today, trimming bushes, hedges, cutting out flowers, replacing them with some beautiful fall color mums, and making my commercial property here more beautiful than it was when we showed up. So that's always the objective, is to come out here and make a difference for your clients and customers, because anybody can come out here, mow grass, trim shrubs, throw down some mulch. Anybody can do that. It's not a hard thing to accomplish. But your clients, once they see a professional, perfect job done with someone who cares to all the different little things that need to be managed and made perfect, they'll see the difference between perfection and just getting the job done. Once these clients realize that you care about their properties, they respect you 100% more than just the guy who shows up and works. We'll talk about that some more as we go through the video. Got to say one thing. My man, Grassy Ass, rest in peace, brother. Shane put out a video yesterday about him passing away. So he was one of the guys that brought in good comments, brought me many, many smiles throughout the 2 years that we were interacting here on YouTube. And we're gonna miss you. And I never even personally talked to you, but you did affect my life in a positive way. Always had good things to say, always had positive comments, and like I said, gave me plenty of smiles from wherever you were from. But Grassy Ass, Mr. Josh, yeah, rest in peace, my friend. And to his wife, Kim, my prayers go out to you. Hopefully that you will be comforted quickly through your loss. Unfortunately, that's the way life goes, and only the strong survive mentally. And we're going to talk about your mental strength as well through this video. So everybody, go to the ones you love right now if you can. Hit the pause button if they're close by. Go to them, give them a hug, and tell them you love them. Because in the end, love is all you really have to leave as a legacy. That's what people will remember you most for. We'll check back in. A lot of work to do. So these are the beautiful holly bushes that we have all around this building. They just grow and grow and grow all the time. So we're gonna work our way down the front. And yeah, plenty to do. We'll check back in. So I'll go ahead and show you what we got trimmed. Here we go. So it's like almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. We're wrapping things up here at the commercial site. And I want to show you this real quick because this euonymus variegated, it's not healthy, and we just had to remove 2 down there. And just want to show you something you always got to look out for when you're digging around deep in the earth after this stuff, chasing our money. Man, look at this. You can see all the white all over the leaves, and that's a fungus disease scale. That's what it does to a plant. And I don't know the scientific name for it. I'm not the pest plant control man, but I know plants are sick when I see them, and I can usually tell what's going on with it. So there you go. So we're over here digging, and these things have a monster root to them. You can see down here the boys have dug out pretty deep, and of course the main power source to everything is right here. Figures. At any rate, they're gonna try to dig this one out a little bit further, see how they get on that. I think this one may pop out. It wasn't quite as crazy big as this one, but if we can't get it up, we'll go ahead and chop it down low, because we have some replacements. We're just gonna pop in a couple of these little small hollies just to hold this space for right now, so it's not so ugly and bare. And eventually we'll do a couple years from now, do a huge remodel on all these plants. Go up here and show you these flowers. All right, so many of us experienced the cold weather last winter, and we had a lot of the butterfly bushes die out. Well, we had trimmed this one back at the beginning of the season, and it came back perfect. So these two got trimmed back today, and now they're all three the same size. Makes me happy. So here we go. Flowers are all planted up, cleaned up the place. Got the fall colors blooming out now. Very happy. Whew. Dalton's been watering everything in for us. So yeah. So the stumps came out.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Let's go look. So there's definitely a lot of trim to do at this place. I got plenty of times on video that I've been out here in the past. And as always, very thankful, very grateful to have my boys out here helping me. So yeah, even the spirea got trimmed back this trip because it's that time of year. Get it ready to close down for the winter. Hey, I'm gonna head home and we're gonna talk about the topics that we addressed at the beginning of this video. Haven't had a lick of time to do it today during the work adventures, but yeah, let me take you over here real quick. I'll show you that the stumps are out and we're ready to plant some new plants. Come on. So here we're at the big main power source for the whole building and all the cables. And yeah, we got both those stumps successfully out. And now we're ready to come plant a few more of the small growing hollies right there. Like I said, just to pass the time, to make it not look bad, because no one wants their business building looking bad. We'll check back in. I'll be home in a minute. So first things we're gonna do, because many of you guys watch this channel to find out how much you should be charging for certain jobs that you're looking at. A lot of you guys are new, and it benefits you guys to see, you know, hey, this size job that took these guys this long should be billed at such and such. So on the flowers, we had $300 worth of flowers and planting soil that we bought. We had $120 worth of dump fees, which includes the drive time to the dump tomorrow morning and the small fee it takes to unload it, okay? Always have that in your estimated cost, because if not, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll have to wake up extra early than normal to keep your schedule going, and you'll be cussing yourself that you didn't charge for that time that you're wasting in the mornings. So make sure you throw that in there. And the total for the labor out there, we had 3 of us on the job site, and we do bill for this client $60 per man hour, and we were there from 10 to 6:30. So the labor came out to $14.40, and yeah, not a bad day. And you saw all the work that's involved. After you trim all those bushes, you know you got to fine tune, blow everything, clean out all the mulching. So yeah, I don't look down on commercial work. I don't tell you not to go get commercial work. I simply tell you to watch who you're doing commercial work for, because the biggest downfall of that commercial side is you putting in your financial funds into their materials, their products that they need for these jobs, and then all your labor And then sometimes if you're working with the wrong company, the wrong management group, whoever's paying you, yeah, sometimes you get in trouble because you run out of money and they don't care. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it's your decision. This is your business. This is your life. And you got to learn so many things out here to be successful in this gig. But through all this learning, through all the jobs that you'll do, the clients you'll pick up, the clients you'll lose, the equipment that'll break, the stuff you have to fix on your own because you don't have any money at the time, all these ups and downs, I think that, in my personal opinion, and you can let me know in the comments if this is your opinion too, the most important tool that you have is your mind, your mindset. Everybody is going to go through downtimes. Okay, we're all going to lose loved ones sometime through our life. We're all going to come into situations to where we may get hurt, we may get sick, and we'll get behind. We'll have times that we lose, a $30,000 account, or multiple accounts that equal 30 or 50 grand. These hard times are the things that will test you and try you. And as long as you can keep your mind positive and your body moving, you will succeed. You have to keep working through every single thing that happens to you in your life. Every single downtime, you have to keep moving your body and working. If you can do that, fight off all these mental demons and all these bad thoughts that most of the time we're guilty of throwing on ourselves. I'm sure many of us, if not most of us, have called ourselves the worst names in the books and thought the lowest about ourselves than any other outside person ever has. So if you can develop a strong mind, a positive thought process to everything in your life, you'll get through those hard times. And to me, that's the key to success in any business, as a business owner. Doesn't matter what. And moving on to a different topic, I think that men over the centuries, and especially over the last 100 years in America, across the world pretty much, we've been taught to chase titles. I am such and such with this after my name, because these credentials make me important. They make me matter to society. Well, let me break it down for you guys. That's not what makes you feel successful. In the end, you can chase all the titles that you want. You can chase all the certificates that you want. And at the end of the day, if you can sit back and say, hey, I've made it. In my own mind, I've made it to where I was trying to get to so many years ago. The way that you can have an outside verification of that, I guess, would be that when your clients look at you and speak to you like an equal, I think that's when you know you've made it. When the head pharmacist and the head CEO of this building company and the head FBI agent of your area and the head realtor company in the area, when all these different men talk to you as their equal and they look at you like you're an artist as opposed to just a worker bee, just a slave in their yard doing work for them. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of the video. You have to produce perfection when you work. And when you do that, people notice and they look at you totally different. I receive random text messages on the weekends sometimes when my upper level clients finally have time during the day to sit back and relax and enjoy their properties that they work so hard to afford. Yeah, most of them work from sun up to sundown. They don't even see the properties except on the weekends. I'll get a random text message. Hey, Randall, the property looks so amazing, so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for taking such good care of our property. Love it. I've had people send me text messages saying, hey, I wish I could come out here and do what y'all do. because everything out here just looks so good and it feels so peaceful to sit here in my backyard. I can only imagine the satisfaction that you get when you're doing the work and seeing the results. Look, when you have other grown men that have all these titles attached to their names and they've made it, it makes you realize that, hey, these guys, even though they've gone through all the hard work and all the effort to get these titles and get these 6-7-figure jobs and incomes, they respect you because you're an artist. You care 100% about your perfection, and that perfection goes onto their properties. Now, if you can start putting yourself on that track, that mindset, that I have to be the best top 1% that I can be, and every single day I'm going to strive to close that gap that I'm missing, that's when you'll be able to charge what you're worth. And no matter what you're doing that day, no matter how miserable the job itself could be, you feel compensated. 100% across the board, you feel compensated. So if I'm pickaxing out stumps bigger than my waist, I know it's worth it. All right. So I don't know. I've been sitting here yapping for 8 minutes now on video down here in my garage. And yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're still here hanging out with me, you are part of my family here on YouTube. And I want to let you guys know that I'm very, very ashamed, but I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to call myself out. For the last 2 weeks, I've been, I haven't been on YouTube, haven't been posting videos, right? It's not easy to stay motivated. It's not easy to know why you're doing this YouTube thing. It's definitely not for the money. I'm not getting rich. I'm a small channel. None of the small channels make much money. I don't want to be that channel that sells products of any kind, to tell you the truth. Because I'm not really here to make money off of you and waste your time. So I had a hard time last 2 weeks after doing this for 2.5 years of saying, why am I doing this? Does it really matter? Do I personally care about my audience? All you guys that watch and hang out and learn and laugh and, whatever reasons you have for hanging out here, I appreciate it. But I was in the mindset that I didn't really matter. And there was no reason for me to do this, okay? And unfortunately, it took a life jolt, because when I was watching Shane's video yesterday and I found out that our buddy Josh, Mr. Grassy Ass, had passed on, I cried. I cried. So obviously, if that hit me emotionally that hard from a guy that I've never met personally, I've never talked to on the phone, I've only had this relationship on YouTube like I do right now with you guys, it affected me. And that's real, okay? So my answer to myself is, yeah, you guys matter. You guys matter a whole lot. And I know that regardless if I ever disappear off YouTube, your lives will go on as always, and my life will go on as always. But while I'm here and we're all hanging out, I want you to know that you do matter to me a whole lot. And if you ever see me acting like a fool, trying to be one of these big YouTubers and not paying attention to the people who actually support me and give me smiles when I need them and give me uplifting comments when I need them, it's just come smack me upside the head, okay? If I'm ever guilty of not paying attention to you guys and not being thankful. Yeah, if you're still hanging out, that means you are one of the top 1,000 warriors here that come back for every video and watch them. And I love you guys. And yeah, it's been a long season, and we had a great season, and our season's not done. We go till December 22nd, strong and hard. And the mission is to have $20,000 to $30,000 in the bank sitting there at that date to get through the wintertime, right? Leave in the comments below how your season has been going, if you guys achieved your goals, And hey, if you got any other questions in the comments you want me to talk about here, please feel free to leave them in the comments, man. I'm going to kick it here on YouTube, you guys, because, wow. Yeah, you matter. I matter. We all matter. You know, no matter what name we go under, no matter what title we achieve in life, bottom line is we are humans, and we're here to work hard, support our family, and spread as many love vibes and smiles as possible. Simple as that. So, hey, as always, be good if you can. Always be kind. Above all, love each other. Peace. Elite Landscape style.